I haven't worked in my garden all weekend long, so I'm excited to see what's all grown. A little bit nervous to find any problems. I also want to talk about a known issue we have with our green beans, as well as get your opinion on something that's going on with our tomato wall that me and my husband aren't really seeing eye to eye with. So maybe we can have like a little poll or something going on in the comments. All right, we're about to get started with this garden tour. I am very excited. Our sweet potatoes, oh my God, they grew so much this weekend. They're starting to vine, and this was exactly why I planted them in this bed right next to this panel, because already the two closest to the panel starting to make their way and vine up. Wonderful, so beautiful. Right next to our sweet potato bed on the other side of this cattle panel trellis, we have, oh my God, huge butternut squashes. These just got so huge since I last saw them. Now let me get your opinion. There's two right next to each other. Should I thin them? Should I try to take this one out and replant it over there? What do you think? I also have another smaller one. This one I'm just going to take because it's not worth keeping. And then I have another one over there. And the idea with this bed is I'm going to train everything to go towards the cattle panel to hopefully fill it out and make it look real pretty. Now this is out of order because I usually make my rounds to make sure I get all of my crops in these videos. But I just saw how big this side of my green beans got. Oh my Lord, look how nice and green and big. However, the problem that we're having with our green beans is we planted a total of 103. But in between these two cattle panel trellises, with the idea of, again, them climbing up and filling out the cattle panel trellises and, you know, the aesthetic going on. But this side of the cattle panel trellis, we planted them the very same day. Look how small. Do you think it's because I have my broccoli in the same bed? Do you think the broccoli is just taking up all the nutrients? I mean, they're not very close together. I have no idea why this side of the cattle panel trellis is growing a lot slower than this side. I know I'm still over here. I'm just obsessing with how big this side of the green beans got. Crazy. Yeah, any insight on why this side's doing so much better than this side, and I'd appreciate it. They get the same amount of sun. It's not like there's any shade that gets either side. So I don't know. I'm at a loss with that one. Look how big this sweet pepper is. It's so big. I love it. I love it. I'm gonna pick it. I'm gonna pick it right now. No, I'm not. Can I peel it? I can't wait to eat it. I'm so excited. Now I fully believe that I found this banana pepper just in time, because if I would have looked at my garlic and my onion bed before I got so extremely happy over one pepper, I probably just would have went right back on inside, because this bed is disastrous. So before we get into this, let me just take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. My garlic's dying back, which is a good thing. I should be able to harvest it within the next like 2 weeks or so. But my onions are all breaking. They're all toppled over. They're not growing. What the heck is going on? Same thing with this side. It's just a freaking hot mess. Do I detangle them? Do I stake them up? I don't know. I just have to keep moving on because I can't keep looking at it. Gonna go try to find another win out here today. All right, both of our zucchinis are looking really good. Got another little pepper growing already. All right, let's look for strawberries. I know I have some in here. I could see them from over there. And what the heck? Something got into them. That's my fault for not coming out here sooner to pick them, but oh well. Lesson learned. Pick your berries every day. I did manage to find 2 okay ones, but I'm kicking myself for the 3 lost strawberries to birds or whatever got them. I guess these 3 are gonna go to my chickens. Hey, chickies. Here, y'all fight over them. Right here behind me, we have 12 Hungarian heart tomatoes. We did have 14, 2 of them just never grew, so we're about to rip those out. Me and my husband are at a slight disagreement on these. We also have some onions and parsley up here in front of this bed over here. But if you don't know, Hungarian heart tomatoes are an indeterminate variety, meaning they're gonna grow until the frost hits. Now, I'm the one that designed the garden out here. My husband's just the one that has to build everything that I ask him to build for me. And let me preface by saying I'm the one that wanted this cattle panel trellis. I think it's a great idea. And if you can tell, this monster one that we have over here is almost as tall as me already, and it's only middle of June. Anyways, that's beside the point. Let me show you what he wants to do. He wants to, let's see if we could tell. He wants to weave the tomatoes in and out of the cattle panel trellis all the way up to keep them attached to the trellis, right? That's all fine and dandy. I can see what he's thinking, but then I was out here a couple days ago and I noticed there's a V right here where it cuts off. When this plant keeps growing, it's gonna get stuck right here. Am I right or am I wrong? And me, I just want to tie the stems up against the cattle panel trellis every so often to where they don't fall over. His way or my way? What do you think? Leave a comment down below. We have about another month or so left till we can harvest our potatoes. We're growing Yukon Gold, Kennebec, and Red Norland. I have 150 plants. I'm expecting hundreds of pounds of potatoes coming out from these 3-4 rows of potatoes I planted. We have our first berries coming in from our raspberry bushes. We have 6 over here, really 4 because 2 of them never took off. You know what? I am coming out here and I am harvesting the rest of this broccoli. I'm doing it. All right, I did it. I got my harvesting basket. I'm gonna get the rest of this broccoli out. And by the way, these laundry mesh bags are the only reason I got any broccoli at all. I am 1000% sure on that. I tried growing broccoli last year and those stupid cabbage worms laid on those cabbage moths laid on my broccoli, ate the entire plant, not once, but twice. And this year I had 0 issues, and solely because of these laundry mesh bags that my husband's mom recommended. I will forever use these mesh bags when I'm growing broccoli or Brussels sprouts or any of the Brassica family. Ooh, that's a nice one. Oh, what? You're my sunglasses. I lost these last week. No. Wow. I definitely would have never thought that they'd be back here. All right, let's look at what we're gonna harvest. Look at how nice it looks. I'm also gonna come and grab these side shoots that are pretty nice and, I mean, I think they're nice. I don't know. And as well as these side shoots over here I'm gonna take out. And I'm gonna take out these plants. Well, broccoli, it's been a great few months. I loved watching you guys grow. You gave me so much more confidence than I had at the beginning of the season going into this. You're helping feed my family, and I really, truly can't wait to do this again sometime with you. But it's time for you to go. I'm just kidding. I don't really talk to my plants too often, but I just feel like my broccoli deserve a proper goodbye. Goodbye to you. Goodbye to you. And you. Oh, yeah. What do you like doing for fun? I like talking to my plants as I'm about to chop them up. I got granny hobbies, honey. I like to crochet. I like to bake. I like to come and garden and take care of my chickens. Look at how beautiful that baby blue sky looks behind me, too. Look at how big this head of broccoli is. Here's the food we pulled so far. Bunch of broccoli, a banana pepper, and 2 strawberries. And I figured while I'm back here, I will just take some oregano and thyme to start to dry. I need this for all of my sauces I'm making with all those tomato plants I got growing. Smells so good. oregano. And my thyme is all flowering and it looks just so freaking pretty. And I am searching for the branches that have not gone to flower yet. I did like half and half. I got some without flowers and some with flowers. It'll be all right. I made my way up to my driveway because my kids got home and I found some more things to harvest. We do a little container garden up here and these tomatoes definitely need to be trellised like ASAP. However, over here, I'm gonna take some of our pineapple sage down. I'm gonna take maybe just one branch of the stevia and see if it helps branch it out at all. And I'm also going to take some chocolate mint and some apple mint. I also chose to spend some time up here because I just got a message and we're about to get free wood chips dropped off to us. If you didn't know, a lot of tree services have to pay to drop off their wood chips. So a lot of them, if you call, will just drop off a load of wood chips for free. And we use wood chips for everything. Our compost pile we use them for our chicken run. In between our garden beds, last year we used wood chips to hill up our potatoes, and it's just for free. You can't beat it. My husband's been on me for 2 or 3 months now to keep calling wood chip tree service companies to have a load of wood chips delivered, and I'm like, you can call, but he won't. So I'm gonna take the outer edges of all of these plants. And my husband specifically asked me if I could make sure when I cut them in long branches because we hang these up in our great room from twine from the ceiling, and it's just how we did it last year. I'm sure it's how we're gonna do it this year. It's easier to attach to the twine if it has a long stem. So the first thing I took was some pineapple sage, and it does smell fruity, but you can definitely smell it if you rub your finger on it. This is some stevia that I got to put in some herbal teas that we make. And I also got apple mint and chocolate mint to put into our herbal teas as well. Last year, our herbal teas were mainly lemon balm. And if you've never smelled lemon balm, you are missing something out of your life that you didn't know you were missing. It smells that good. I love it. It's my absolute favorite. This smells like spearmint, like a chocolate spearmint. So yummy. I swear, making teas and stuff out of herbs, probably one of my favorite things that I do. And this was not intended to be a harvest video. It just ended up being one. All right, I got my apple mint going down into the basket. Look at how big this wood chip pile is. The camera really doesn't do its justice. It's taller than I am. Now I'm gonna show you what I have to use those wood chips for, because I have to come back to my backyard anyways to grab my eggs. You see this area right here, all nice and wood chipped? These were the only 3 beds we had back here last year. So we're gonna lay wood chips down over the entire garden. It's gonna make weed whacking way less hectic. With the first project going straight to my blueberry patch, I'm gonna de-weed everything because it's starting to get really crazy, and throw wood chips down. I know, so exciting. Make sure you come back to see that though. How many eggs did my ladies give me today? My guess is 11. Whoa! I'm gonna grab my camera to show you guys this. Look at this. Oh my goodness, how many is that? 10 just in one nesting box. That's crazy. Let's see if there's any in the side. Oh my god, what am I gonna do with all these eggs? I literally already have like 3 or 4 dozen sitting on my counter. So yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do with all of these eggs. I also see 2 inside the coop, and there's a very good chance that those are just the fake eggs because I didn't see any of our fake eggs in here. And I know we had 2 fake eggs in the nesting boxes back here. Oh, crap. Crap, crap, crap. I broke one. It's fine. I'll make eggs for dinner tonight, and this one will just be first. Crap. Well, the two I saw inside, one of them's a fake egg, but this one is a real one. There really is just something so special about bringing in a full basket of food straight from your backyard. Now, I have a lot of de-weeding to do and a lot of boring chores that I'm not going to keep you around for, but if you enjoyed this video at all, please give it a thumbs up. I'll put a video up on the screen I think you'll enjoy. Stay blessed, stay healthy, and I'll see you in the next one.